Welcome back. We're heading to Mt Taylor for this Rocky Trails Superflow race recap. The Mt Taylor format is a bit different to other Superflows where you choose a single race day. Here you get to race both Saturday and Sunday. The climbs can be brutal and it's a long drive if you're coming from Melbourne, so having 2 days to race makes it more manageable. I was once again joined by trailhead riders Dan, Roy and Reefy. Being able to race with your regular riding buddies makes this format a lot friendlier and more social. Reefy had arrived a day earlier and was well rested and got up the mountain well before we arrived. Although I got there at the agreed time, Dan and Roy showed up about an hour later, and once we set up camp we finally made our way up the mountain around about 11 o'clock. Our first run down Flow Trail started well, but felt a bit sluggish towards the end. Turns out I suffered a flat tyre and had to replace it with a spare. Getting the tyre to bead proved a real challenge, even when we enlisted the help of Dan from Bairnsdale Bikes. We've already had our first bit of bad luck. What's happened, Dan?
Well, my dad can't ride bikes.
I have to put a new tyre on. First run down and already having to change tyres.
Do you know what you need? Change a tyre, you need to change your attitude as well. Stop picking that rear wheel up.
It's probably on that first drop I did.
Allen key.
Allen key? What for?
Let's take the wheel off.
Take the wheel off?
Silly son.
What's wrong with you? Oh, this one's a bit worn, but it's got no holes in it. It's probably less worn than that one. 27.5. Sweet.
Sick. What is it, Minion?
Yeah, I believe so.
DHR.
What is it? Yeah, DHR.
Same problem with the casing though. Same tyre, exactly the same tyre.
Yeah.
It's actually quite a blessing to change this. Usually I got cushion to deal with, running harder casings. Not usually easy. This is piece of piss. Done already.
Slime.
What the fuck alien is?
I don't know. I'll have to ask Vlad what he put in there. What'd you put in there, Vlad?
Didn't work.
No.
Very unnatural looking. He's got his own. Yeah, I'll just watch.
Do you ever see Matty jump in to try and help you change tyres or anything?
Say no, I'll do it
Not all
myself.
help is helpful, that's the only thing I'll say.
Did you hear that, Matty? I got that on camera.
Lost the tyre lever in his own tyres. So.
Inside the tyre.
Yeah.
Hasn't always worked, so let's just
Find
not
out.
count our blessings yet.
Nah, we'll get it. Even without it.
Just all you need is a good attitude, alright? You sorted out yet?
Is that you trying the button? Because it's not working.
Harder, Dad.
Come on! Come on!
Come on, like you did, Mum.
Alright, somebody else take over.
Do us a little rolly thing with the fluid.
Yeah, that's a good
Try and
idea.
get on the beads. On the outside. It'll be good.
Blowing bubbles.
It's going out everywhere.
Spraying him in the face. I'm sure he's aware it's coming out.
Come on, I went longer than that.
All we need is a forward drive with an air compressor.
I got an air compressor. It's not a big one. This is not my idea.
All right, that one might not help.
Yeah. On your valve.
The adapter.
Hey?
Just screw it on.
Screw it on.
See, that's uncomfortably loose too. You turn me on.
Turn you on, yeah.
You're so hot, so
Didn't work
attractive.
for me.
I'm trying to turn you on.
I know, I said it didn't work for me. That's what you gotta say.
Arm compressor, you can do it. Think hardcore.
Try my hamper. That ain't gonna work. That's not even fucking doing it.
Yeah.
You want to ride up and see if somebody's got a
Yeah.
proper compressor. First a flat tyre, now this. I think we stopped just in time.
Yeah. Put your foot in there. Oh, yeah. Oh, we're trying to seat it. Come on, you bitch. Where's she leaking?
Just slot this down.
You want me to hold it anywhere?
Well, trying to get it out on the beam.
No, she's not liking it.
There's times when I've been able to seat it just with the hand pump, the foot pump, floor pump, and other times when it just does this and it doesn't want to seat at all.
Well, that sounded pretty good. I'm deaf though.
What?
Try change.
The valve's broken. Fucking hell. That's not supposed to happen. Look at you.
Always having all the fun, aren't you, Hazel?
How do those little legs cope, eh? Not seating.
No way. Waiting for the compressor.
Broke a valve as well. You know how you thought it sounded like it was hissing from the valve?
Yeah.
Probably what it was.
Oh wow, what a mess.
Looks a bit more viscous than the stuff that I have in there.
Yeah, what's that? Stands, is it? Or...
Orange seal.
Oh, yeah. Shit.
You have to buy muck off now, mate.
Well,
Save the day, then yeah. Have we got a double down DHL this? Something with a bit more...
Some with a stiffer sidewall would work better.
nah, it's not doing anything.
I've never seen that.
You want to try and put a double down? Have you got a double down 27.5? Or? It seems my reserve rims need a more rigid sidewall like what you get from a double down or downhill casing. Unfortunately, or fortunately if you consider the conditions, the only 27.5 that Dan had was a max grip Assegai downhill casing. I was already running this on the front. It's soft, it's grippy, but it's also super heavy and probably not the best sort of tyre to be running in combination for a race like this. Fingers crossed. There we go, there we go.
Put my hand on it, my help. Yay, success. Ride bikes again. You won't break it though.
I'll go harder now.
No, you don't need to. Downhill cases.
Imagine how much grip I'm going to get. With the tyre finally fixed, we had lunch and got back onto the trails. We shifted our focus to just completing a single run of each trail. Only the second run of the day because I did a flat tyre on the first. And now I'm running Assegai front and rear downhill casing. So super heavy. You need some Assegais. Woo! Dirt nap. So much for the Assegai. The weather gods weren't on our side as the heavens opened up about midway down our last run.
You good?
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, you go. I'll give you some time. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Watch out, Roy! You! Whoa! 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 Oh, it's pissing down now. Whoa. Oh, great. Absolutely drenched. Felt like I was going better when it got wet. Yeah, what fucking drenching. Jesus. It's more grip when it's wet like this though.
Oh, probably better.
Yeah, yeah.
It was so sticky. I did a tip run before.
Yeah.
It was so sticky.
That's why we just came down. It's good with the water on there.
I did a 508 down there before. It was so bloody and
Wow.
slippery everywhere.
It was sketchy to start with, but then it started to bucket down. Come on, boys, bring it in for the video.
Yeah, I had a dirt nap or a mud nap. Just after the hip,
Yeah.
I washed the front and drifted into a bank.
I reckon there's more grip once it got really wet.
No, I think so.
No, I think I don't think it was about what had more grip. It was the bottom half had more grip than the middle. The middle was just slop. Gooch cam.
Good scam. Good scam.
Finally, we get to day 2, race day. I'm not sure what happened overnight, but unknowingly, my GoPro settings had changed from super view to linear, greatly reducing the field of view. A bit of a rookie mistake, and apologies if the quality isn't as good as usual. But it's a new day and a drier start, and now is the time to push a little harder.
Alright, go get him.
Not as smooth as yesterday.
I fucking missed that straight line a little bit. Two rooms, I kind of went around it a little bit and then I had to think about it. Annoying, but it was alright. Like that. Don't talk yet.
haven't been here long, so. Up the hill or down the cab?
I managed to improve my time from the day before by 7 seconds on that run. As it turned out, I wasn't going to get another chance at Flow Trail. We chose instead to focus on the other 2 trails as I saw there was more potential for time gain. So next up was the Fox stage down All Mountain. I had a small dirt nap on day 1, so I figured I should be able to improve my time. This was a long pedally trail, so I had to be calculated about where I was pacing myself. I must have done something right, as it was my fastest lap despite a crappy start. We did come back towards the end of the day, but so did the rain, and so getting a faster time was always going to be tough.
Go, Roy. You go in front of me.
Alright.
That was shit. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, I felt like I caught you.
I heard you.
I fucked up the top though.
Oh, we all did.
So that was more like it. A dry track and some good pacing saw me drop another 25 seconds. Now to improve my time on the laser stage, tip run. After yesterday's soaking and Reefy's efforts at adding some drainage, thanks Reefy, it should have been a given that times were going to be faster. I had a fellow 50 plus Bronson brother Kevin Walsh and his mate Brett Cook, who were both leading the day before, inching ever closer. So a faster time was definitely needed.
Right, you good? You get him, right?
Yeah.
All right. Let's go.
Fredo!
Phew.
Fucked up pretty bad at the top.
Yeah,
maybe.
I saw. Yeah, I saw you in front of me.
There's a big slush puddle on the inside, and I just chopped it.
That's a long way to start.
Yeah, and I didn't even go wide around that first corner. I probably should have pulled off really.
Reefy, who was well out in front, hadn't bothered riding Sunday until he saw the time gains that we were making on tip run. So he jumped back on and took one more stab at tip run. His already substantial lead was increased and he was back to leading by a comfortable minute. After this one, we managed 2 more runs, but the rains had returned and times were only going to get slower. With Kevin still breathing down my neck, I was worried that I hadn't done enough. At the end, I was very excited to find that I kept my second place and my first ever podium finish. Reefy, of course, placed first in the 50 plus category, with Kevin a close 3 seconds behind me.
In the Supermasters in third place, Kevin Walsh in second place, Fredo later.
Well done, mate. Good on you, Reefy. Hey, Reefy, nice to share the podium with you, mate.
on, bud.
Well done, Kevin. Well done. It was a tight one. So, hi, everybody. Everybody.
Look at that full podium. Start with first. And that one. And second.
Second, thank you.
Nice work. That's that
Put my
one.
own plate. Awesome.
And third. Those ones. Congratulations to Supermasters.
Well done, mate.
Alrighty.
Good on you.
Yeah.
Well done.
Good job.
Thanks, mate.
Dan, who was gradually making his way up the rankings, was sitting in second place. So his last run was going to be a make or break. And Dan, who pulled out all stops on his last run, managed to sneak into first place for his age group.
In veteran male, in third place, Luke Tanapini. Second place, Nico Buffo. And first place, Daniel Roberts.
Rogers. Daniel Rogers.
Go, Dad.
I saw that. Thank you very much, my man. There you go.
Congratulations, veteran male.
Nice one.
I'll grab those vouchers back and you'll get them emailed to you. We've got a shout out to MTB Direct. They do amazing work.
Other than my first podium finish, I finished 49th out of 162 riders. Not only was it a fun weekend of riding, but a great time with mates. Did you compete at Mt Taylor? Let me know in the comments how well you did. If you enjoyed my race recap, why not give it a like? Better yet, why not subscribe? Thanks very much for watching.